Hi and welcome to my channel. It's Rebecca, also known as 4Kids at 147. Happy 19th of December, everybody. It is actually my second eldest. It's her birthday today. So happy birthday, Caris. She turns 22 today. She is currently out with her cousins. They've gone on a walk because so far that's allowed. So let me zoom you in and we will get today's square started. So we do still have some black, not as much as we had the other day, but we do still have a bit of black to sort of start us off. And I've not actually refilled this pen with wax today, so we'll see how far this lasts. This is my pen from Diamond Painting Pen Creations on Facebook, and it was pinched by Megan, so Megan was using it for a bit and I was like, hang on, I have more pens somewhere, and I've pinched it back. And I think I do need to put a little bit more wax in it. I just use the standard wax that comes with the kits, but I do pop it into a little pot with a lid. I just find it helps it not to dry out. And I've had a couple of pots on the go. I have one in my craft room and one in the conservatory where I diamond paint. It sits in my baby Rascog cart, which is not called a Rascog, but I can never remember the name of it. My little baby cart that holds my supplies for whatever diamond painting I'm working on. It sits in there. Okay, so questions. Somebody's asked, have you ever done cross stitching on non-Aida or non-fabrics such as paper or plastic? Because they did a few beaded owl ornaments, which were stitched onto paper. I have done some of the plastic, stitching onto plastic for smaller projects. I have sewn on paper with a sewing machine. That's something I really enjoyed using when I was scrapbooking. But I can't say I've done a cross stitch on paper. Primarily I've just done it on Aida. Ooh, I've got blacks flying everywhere. Let's put that one there. So yeah, I have done some, but I haven't done loads of cross stitch projects really. The last few years I've had some of the DMC stitcher photos, and I've just been doing those, which take quite a bit of time to do, and when I have cross stitched, that's what I've done, but it's never really taken over as my main hobby at any point. It's more often than not, cross stitch is just, you know, something that I like to do every now and then for a change, and I pick up and I put it back down again. But mainly I do stitch on Aida. So the next question is sort of related but sort of not. Have any of the diamond painting companies you've been asked you to show non-diamond painting related items? Because they're starting to see other channels feature stamped cross stitch, embroidery, etc. Excuse me. I have had one company point out their section for printed cross stitch, as an extra. So do you want to show this as well? And with fan sales, I did choose an item from the cross stitch and the jigsaws to showcase. In fact, I think the jigsaws went up last night. And I'm happy showing the odd item as something else that you can get. In fact, I think I've shown the Fancells printed cross stitch that I picked. That wasn't Fancells asking me to, that was me choosing to. And it's more a matter of people who do multiple crafts. I just wanted to highlight to them that the option was there. I don't want to deviate from being diamond painting. At the moment, that is my main hobby slash goal for the channel, is mainly to be diamond painting. And then occasionally I will dabble or show other hobbies that I do, and things may develop. You know, primarily this channel was originally scrapbooking, and that's all it was. But as my life changed, the channel sort of changed, and I don't know whether other people have changed with that and sort of grown with that or not. But yeah, I'm happy to show other items that companies sell. I just don't want that to become a main focus, and I'd still rather unbox things like that mixed in with diamond painting. That's just a little, if you fancy giving it a go and you're ordering a diamond painting from this company anyway, then maybe you take that opportunity to pick, you know, a pattern up if you've been thinking about doing cross stitch. But I've not actually done one yet, so while I may have unboxed one, I've not actually got round to doing it. I've got so many projects on the go at the moment, it's a little bit redonkulous, but there's time, we'll get there. Okay, so, oh, this one was posted on the 14th of December. That's where I'm up to with the questions, people. So, they've been trying the Alina tack in glue on the drill tip, and they love it. Oh, that's, maybe I do have to give a few of these a go. I've always just worked with the wax because the wax just works for me. It does, you know, it does the job. I don't feel I have to fill it up too many times, and therefore I just get on with it. But if anybody is struggling and does want to try something else, so what they've done is they fill a few drill tips at a time and stand them in a jar. So they actually use a jar with rejected drills to hold their pen upright, and leave them there until the glue is set and is ready to use. The one she's using now, she left overnight, so just to give you an idea of how long. And she's placed over 3,000 drills so far and has not had to change the tip yet. So maybe that's an idea for anybody who is struggling with wax and struggling with it, you know, needing to refill it too often. Maybe try Alina Tack-It glue. Okay, somebody's asked, hi Rebecca and Megan, have been wondering what your next Heaven and Earth design. So Megan doesn't tend to do a Heaven and Earth design. She has a couple of projects on the go at the moment, but hasn't really been able to find the time to do them. She's a busy gal. I've been the one that's doing the Heaven and Earth design. At the moment, I haven't got any others planned. I mean, the second one that I got, the one that's sort of black, white and grey and only has 15 colours, was ordered, and I sort of picked up the stuff for that because I had so much black. Because I have so many spare black drills, it was like, I wonder if they do one that, you know, can use a colour that is extremely popular. and therefore, you know, you're not having to try and match it up as much because it uses black, white and grey, which are in a lot of diamond paintings anyway due to shading. I figured, you know, let's order one of those and see if we can use up some of these drills. I don't particularly have any more plans at all at the moment to do another Heaven and Earth designs. I would like to do something else cross stitch maybe related but converted into diamond painting. I'm still mulling through the idea at the moment. I think I do have an idea of what to do. However, it's also time. I have a couple of other, you know, longer term projects to do mini series on the channel and have some different items to show you that way, as well as of course my regular unboxings and kitting ups and kitting downs. Those will keep, but I do like to try and, you know, put in a few more long-term videos that maybe are ones that will help people in other ways. I am keen to see what a Heaven and Earth design canvas is like, because they have started to do the canvas on its own and then you buy the drills. But at the same point, I also think, well, it would just like look like a canvas from another company. Like, it would be interesting for the quality and how it's printed and to see all of that. But after that point, it then becomes very similar to any other diamond painting. So I might have to see if there are any videos out there already on that, you know, on the canvas that they provide, before I determine if not only the cost of the canvas but the cost of shipping that to the UK and any custom fees that could come with that is worth it. But yeah, there's a never say never. It's not a never, but I do definitely need to get the two that I've started finished before I think about doing another one. And I think that's what's stopping me doing a couple of other ideas I've got around cross stitch patterns, is the fact that I need to actually get some of my Heaven and Earth design done first. Okay, that is all the black. Excuse me. Okay, now that you've had it for a while, will you give a review on the advent calendar? Do you still recommend it, and is it as good as you hoped? Yes, I like the quality of this canvas. The canvas and the diamonds are a great quality. The image is of course themed to October, which did not enter my head, but at the same point is not a bad thing. It never stated it wouldn't be themed. You know, the idea was it never stated what sort of picture it was. And I'm more than happy doing any diamond painting for the month of December. Yes, a Christmassy one is nice, but I just enjoy the process of diamond painting. But the quality of the diamonds, the quality of the canvas, I am very happy with. I'm also happy with the image quality. So it is a 30 by 40, but they have picked an image that works as a 30 by 40. Rather than picking a busier image that would need, you know, that would ideally look better on a bigger canvas, they have picked a painting, an image that looks good on a 30 by 40 canvas. And for that I am grateful, and I think that is a big winner. I have seen some images of mystery diamond paintings that people have done, and the image would have looked better bigger. And I think when you're doing a mystery painting, I think you know, you want to be happy with it. You want the outcome to look like an image, you know, that you can tell what it is, because of course you've not picked it with another image, you know, with the image this was taken from in mind. So you do want to be able to see clearly what it is. But yeah, I'm very happy with the quality. I would order from them again. Some people have said, are you going to order, you know, one now for next year? I'm still toying with other ideas for next year. So I'm not quite, oh, I just lost the cap. Flung it across my desk. So I've not quite settled on that yet, which is why I'm not just ordering one. I am planning on doing an advent calendar next year. I've just not decided exactly how we're going to do that next year, but you'll find out soon enough come 2021. Okay, next question. Do you think about ever using multiplaces? So this is one that I have answered in full detail in a previous, but no, I don't really get on with multiplaces. I have given them a go. I kind of feel like I'm cheating a little bit if I use multiplaces, and that is a matter of each to their own. It's not a rule. It's not, if you use them, you're not cheating. I feel as though I'm cheating. I enjoy placing each and every single diamond, and it's the process of doing that I enjoy, as much as I enjoy having a completed diamond painting at the end. So yes, I've tried one. I wasn't the best at it, but I also didn't give it the time to become happy with how they were being placed. I completely agree, I gave up too quick, but I think that's because my heart wasn't in it from the beginning. So no, I'm a single placer kind of gal. Okay, so 2020 became really different than what we expected. Hell yeah. How do you think 2021 will be? 2021, I personally think, is going to be pretty similar to 2020, without as much maybe of the, you know, initial March, April impact, and the whole getting used to life. More the second half of 2020, where we've all become, you know, we've all become aware and accustomed to, you know, the way of living because of the virus. I think 2021 is going to be like the second half of 2020. I think there are still going to be lockdowns happening in places. I know across Europe there has already been extra restrictions put in place for Christmas. They're on about lightening restrictions a little bit in the UK, but even so, some of that has changed. I think Wales and I think Scotland have sort of changed the initial, all the UK countries were initially, this is our agreement, we're doing this, and it has sort of changed a little bit in, pretty sure it definitely has in Wales. I'm sure Scotland and Northern Ireland have sort of brought in some little changes as well, based on the data, you know, that is coming through. There is, I know in the UK there is another strain of the virus. Doesn't seem to be any, from what they're saying, it's not any worse symptoms wise than the original strain. However, it does spread faster. So there is talk that the UK could still change its it's lockdown rules over the Christmas period, and time will tell on that. But I don't think it's just going to automatically disappear come 2021. I think there's going to be more lockdowns imposed in an effort to get the country ready for the summer. I think it's going to take a while for the vaccine to be distributed to people, and second, for us to really know how much it helps. I think if there comes a time, you know, you're waiting for the news article, I think a lot of the time, to say that somebody who's had the vaccination has got the virus. It's not nice, but you as much as the testing that they've done, you can't truly tell until it's out there, because everybody is different. You know, there was at least one lady, I think, in China who got the virus twice. That wasn't known at the time. And it could be that it only happens to less than 1% of the population can get it twice. We just don't know. I think 2021 is going to be getting used to a new way of living. I think there are going to be lockdowns and changes imposed and not imposed. I think it's going to be heading in the right direction, but I think that right direction is going to be slow, if I'm honest. And if it's better than that, and it's not as slow, and all of a sudden something happens and everybody can go back to a normal way of living, then absolutely awesome. I just think thinking that way is setting yourself up for disappointment. I think we should expect it to be like this last few months in 2020, with lockdowns being imposed and not imposed, and we should try and mould our lives around that and make the best of our lives according to the last few months. And, you know, stock up on loo rolls earlier. Don't wait until lockdown's announced to do it. Yeah, just, you know, live your life the safest and the best way that you can, and take care of you and your own, and make sure that when you do go out, you're respectful of the fact that the virus is out there, and, you know, help protect others. And I think, yeah, what will be the important things, they say, in 2021? Yourself and your family. I think your family, you know, your health, and yeah, realising that, you know, there are people out there that do have it worse. So if you have it good and can and have the ability, then help those that are less fortunate, support small businesses, and find ways to adapt. People, the human race is one of the best at finding ways to adapt, and I think that's what we as a whole need to do. Adapt to the fact that this virus is here and find a way to live with it rather than hoping that it goes away. Okay, somebody says, why does it take so much time to make videos? I've always been thinking film post done. It's not quite film post done. Diamond painting videos are easier and quicker to do than my scrapbooking ones were, only because scrapbooking would, you know, take an hour, 2 hours to do, you know, a page or a layout, and I would then do a voiceover while speeding it up. So it not only took the hour or so to do, I then had to speed it up and do a voiceover, which also took however long the video was. So diamond painting is quicker in that way. Ooh, jumping diamond. But there is still editing to do. So I do still need to ensure, you know, the lighting and the sound has been edited. The video films have all been clipped together. I then have to, you know, once I've done that and got the overlay of, you know, my intro and all that sort of stuff, I do still then have to, you know, format that into a video and then upload that video to YouTube, which of course takes time. So when I am doing them daily, it can seem as though it takes a bit longer because I'm having to do each individual one, and sometimes while I'm replying to comments in the meantime, I'm waiting for a video to format so that I can upload it. Once it's then put onto YouTube, you know, there's links to do. I need to ensure that links are there, you know, for information that people want, and sort of sort out all the description and all that sort of stuff. So it's not quite film post done. It's less complicated than, as I say, scrapbooking was, but there's still a fair amount involved in the editing side of things, especially in making sure, you know, that the lighting and the sound and all that sort of quality is good on the video. Otherwise, who wants to watch it? Or as often, anyway. So I will answer some more questions, because that one in regards to 2020 and asking about films does have more questions in the same comment, but we will get to them tomorrow. We're up here tomorrow, but we only have 5 days. It's less than a week till Christmas, people. I've still got a few more days of work, which is why I'm not super Christmas excited yet. Though I'm getting there. It's the last weekend before Christmas, so I don't plan on venturing near any shops this weekend. In fact, I'll probably just be in the house now until Christmas. But kids have broken up from school now, so it's definitely getting, well, I say kids, there's only 2, one in college and one's a teacher. It's the only reason I can still claim it's school time. But yeah, the excitement levels are definitely starting to rise. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me, and I will speak to you all tomorrow.